Getting ready to go racing at O'Reilly Raceway Park. The NASCAR Nationwide Series. It's the 20th race of the season, and we're just about ready to go green in Indianapolis.
NASCAR Nationwide Series at O'Reilly Raceway Park in Indianapolis is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Enter this code at codespotter.com for a chance to win a Roush Ford Mustang.
Wide Series action getting ready to get underway, and there's the point standings after last week's race at Gateway as we head into this one after Carl Edwards was docked 60 points. You see Brad Keselowski with a 228-point advantage. Justin Allgaier, Keselowski's teammate for Penske, third. Kyle Busch has missed a few races, but he's still fourth, and Kevin Harvick fifth in the standings. In the top 10 with Paul Menard, Stephen Wallace, Brendan Gaughan, Joey Logano, and Jason Leffler. Well, we mentioned a moment ago, this is less than 7/10 of a mile around here. It's short track racing. It's a flat track. It's real tough to get around here without getting in somebody's way. But Rusty, what's the key to short track racing without ticking somebody off?
Yeah, good question, Vince. The key to that is just stay calm, because you probably will get hit tonight. And if you get bumped, don't get mad, don't go crazy, don't try to retaliate, because if that happens, you'll probably tear your own car up. So stay calm, stay working your car, and above all, don't fall victim of anger.
Ricky, what's the difference between rubbing and racing and rough driving?
You know, rubbing's okay, and the drivers will tolerate that occasional rub or even an occasional bump if they're given the time to recover. Two things I want you to watch for that they won't tolerate here and will cause problems. Number one, if you get a shot from behind like we saw in the film because there's no room for error. The second thing is to be clipped on corner exit. If you're not clear and you move up anyway, that drives the drivers crazy, could retaliate. The straightaways here are short. Drivers need straightaways to calm down, so the recipe for some action here.
Absolutely.
We talked a lot about some of the big-name guys tonight, but how about some of those that have flown under the radar? Ricky Stenhouse Jr. qualified third quickest today.
Yeah, absolutely, Vince. I'm really impressed with Ricky Stenhouse. I mean, let's look back a couple races. He finished third in the new car at Daytona for the opening there. He's qualified third here today. He looks fantastic out there. Look, Ricky had some problems early on this year with some wrecks and stuff like that. In fact, a lot of it not of his doing, but it looks like it's smoothed out now, and he's having a much better second half. So really impressed with Ricky Stenhouse.
Junior Motorsports has Josh Wise in the 7 and Eric Almirola in the 88.
Yeah, so we're talking about capitalizing on opportunities, specifically Eric Almirola, because Dale Jr. wanted him in that car. Tony Eury Sr. said, this is our guy. We have high hopes for Eric, and he needs to capitalize. He's got the experience. He has the talent. He has a good record here at ORP. He needs to get it done.
Eric Almirola has won pole here before at O'Reilly Raceway Park, but this is his first Nationwide Series start of the season. You want to impress when you get an opportunity for Junior.
Especially when you have the boss behind you, encouraging you, so it's a great psychological advantage.
Keeping an eye on the 88, working with Tony Eury Sr. for the first time tonight in this race at O'Reilly Raceway Park. Let's go down for the command to start engines. The engines have fired, and we are about ready to roll at O'Reilly Raceway Park here at Indianapolis. It's a big weekend of racing. The Nationwide guys tonight and the Brickyard tomorrow from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 7 double-duty drivers. One of those is that man, Carl Edwards. He will be our in-race reporter tonight, and he'll also be running in the Brickyard tomorrow. We'll speak with him when we come back. Carl Edwards just ahead. Another near-capacity crowd at O'Reilly Raceway Park for NASCAR Nationwide Series action. Close to 30,000 on hand tonight to see this race. Trevor Bayne on pole, Steve Wallace alongside in the front row. And last week's winner from Gateway, Carl Edwards, is our in-race reporter. Rusty?
38, I'd rather that spot. Double check everything.
Carl, Rusty Wallace, ESPN, you got us?
Sure, Rusty.
Hey, Carl, it's been blazing hot here today, and you know tempers can flare up quick when it's hot inside the car. Are you concerned drivers might lose their tempers and get aggressive and cause big crashes because of this heat?
Now, why would you ask me that, Rusty? What would I know about any of that? You know, it's a short track, and it has been hot, but, you know, this track really has a lot of room. You know, there's a lot of different places you can run. It's one of my favorite racetracks in the country. So, you know, I'm hoping that we can have just a good, clean race here, and hopefully we can repeat from last year. We had a really good run here. Just happy to have Fast and all and Copart, Ford, everybody here tonight.
All right, buddy, we got an ESPN mailbag question, and it comes from Vinny in Kansas City, Missouri. The question is a short track the toughest place to start your probation period with all the physical driving involved?
Boy, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. I just hope I go out here and have a clean race. You know, I'd much rather have one of those than what we had last week. So I'll just keep doing what I've been doing, and then hopefully there won't be any trouble. Well, we'll just have to see.
All right, buddy. Thanks for talking to us. Now, Ricky's going to speak to your crew chief, Drew Blickenster.
Drew, Ricky Craven up in the booth. Hey, Drew, this is Ricky Craven, ESPN.
Hey, Ricky, how are you?
I'm good, Drew. Look, you had two drivers practice your car, not ideal circumstances, but did you get enough from each of them to put together a winning car tonight?
Ricky, the 60's been real fast for the last couple of years. It's one of Carl's favorite places, like you said. So we have a good baseline. We had something to go back from 2008, 2009. So we learned a little bit with Eric this morning. We learned some more with Carl in the heat of the day. So hopefully we made the right guess, and the balance will be just about right for these nighttime and the cooler temperatures.
Sounds great. Thank you, Drew.
All right, bud. I'm sure you're still at pit road speed there. If you haven't had a glance, go ahead and let us know it. That's all.
Trevor Bayne on pole, and the rest of your onboards as you see the cars coming by in the final pace laps here. Josh Wise, Brian Scott, Justin Allgaier all giving us a look, along with Eric McClure, Ron Hornaday, Edwards you saw in the conversation, Brendan Gaughan, and Stephen Wallace. Our over-the-wall reporter tonight is that man. He's Mark Hollywood Armstrong. Mark, any special tools for the challenges tonight on pit road?
Well, guys, I would say things are going to heat up down here on pit road, but with the track temp over 100 degrees, it's hot already. These are some of the tools we're going to use tonight to do battle, but the real